All right. Hello. How are you today? All right. So I didn't know you wanted me to do this without you. So I kind of got started like an hour ago, and I did um, a candle for you, and I won't get into what that candle was about, but I started the candle at about 10:05. Um, so the candle is doing its thing over there. And I don't usually do cards, but I decided since I start my day with cards and just see where I am for the day, I thought I would see where you are for today. So the card that I pulled a couple minutes ago was the card for your session. So that's how I kind of named your card. This is the card for your session. And please excuse me, I got on my comfy clothes. Because I'm just chilling right now. Okay, anyway, so this is the card that I pulled for today. I don't know if you can see it, but why does it say happy family? Okay, so I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if it's in focus or what. But anyway, happy family. That is the card that I pulled for you. So I thought that was quite interesting because what we're working on today is family. Um, so I'll start by, oh, where's my pen? Oh, here it is. I'll start by just sharing what you have asked. You said that things have been a little bit toxic and in the family dynamics. And that's what we're going to work on. We have done some work on this before, so we're just going to continue. Oops, sorry. That's my little alarm. So we're gonna do, and it's gonna go off again, so let me stop the second one because it tells me when it's 11:11 because I do an 11:11 prayer. So let me stop it. Okay, but anyway, so we're gonna be working on some family dynamics. You asked me to uncross some things, untie some things, to cut some cords because you're feeling like the situation is a little toxic. And I'm gonna push pause for one quick second. Okay, I'm back. Okay, so I just had to take a quick moment to do something really quickly. So anyway, I wanted to go ahead and do my little prayer. So anyway, let me put my little tranquil music back on because I like hearing healing tones. All right, hopefully that's not too loud for you. But anyway, so the card that I pulled today was Happy Family. So we are going to be working on the family dynamics. We're going to work on the energy within the family. We're going to do some cord cutting as you requested. And we are going to do whatever Spirit leads me to do to help heal the situation. So let me get comfortable. Look, I'm all sitting on my bed. All right, so first I'm gonna look at you on a spiritual level and see what I see. So let me get started. Okay, so I see you vibrating I see a few colors. So I see you vibrating at a yellowish goldish color. And then I see some other energy that's coming in there, and it's like a navy bluish color. So I'm gonna draw what I'm seeing over top of you because I don't see you yet. So this one area is yellow, and then this shaded area is like navy blue. And let's say if you were underneath all of this, like I'm gonna show you where your head would be. All right. So I know this looks stupid because I am not an artist, But like, so I see like your head, like right in, like it would be right here. This area over here is like a yellow color. And then like there's this shading over here that's a navy blue color. And let me see what this is meaning, because you're all covered up with energy. I'm hearing it's other people's energy. Some of the energy, I'm hearing the word tranquil. So some of the energy is tranquil. And it feels like you've been trying really hard to work on this yourself, and you have pulled in some tranquil energy from outside of you. And it is not a negative energy at all. It's a good energy. So you're doing some healing work on yourself. So that's good. All right, so let's see. And then I see that blue, and it feels like this yellowish color is trying to push out the blue color, trying to push out this darker, more tense, dense energy. Okay, so what I'm hearing for the darker, more dense bluish color, navy blue, is stuck, frustration, confusion. And I'm hearing a song, A Ball of Confusion. You remember that? I don't know if you like Sister Act 2, but they sang this song called Ball of Confusion. That's what I'm hearing. There's a ball of confusion, and it's like you're trying to move the ball of confusion out. I'm actually hearing that the candle that I started is helping to work on some of this. So that maybe that's what this energy is that I'm seeing, pushing that other energy out of here. Because I was like, wow, yellow, because I would use yellow. So that was interesting to me. So anyway, so that might be where that is coming from. And this is a hodgepodge. So when I hear the ball of confusion, it is a hodgepodge of energy coming from all different directions to include work. So it's not just family dynamics that are creating this ball of confusion energy that I'm seeing over there. So anyway, what I'm going to do is help it move out of the way so I could see you, and then start working on clearing and cutting the cords and things of that nature. So let me do that. All right, so as I'm moving it out, what I'm hearing is that none of it is like a dark energy. It's just congested. It's just a lot, too much of. My astrologer, when I go to him for healing sessions, because he's also a healer, and he would say to me sometimes, Rorree, you have too much of, too much of. And I'd be like, okay. When I feel like that, I go, you know, it's like I got too much of, too much of, dot, 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 every darn thing. All right. So that's what this energy feels like. It does not feel like dark or from demonic type vibrations. It doesn't feel like that. I feel like for you, it might feel like that, like you're being attacked by some dark forces. But no, that's not what's happening at this time. That's not what is being cleared out. So I'm just continuing to clear it out. And I'm releasing energy. That's sometimes I yawn when I release energy. So I'm just clearing this out. I am tired, but that yawn is not because I'm tired. I'm just clearing the energy on out. Alrighty. Excuse me. Oh boy. That's gotta be nice looking on camera. Big old yawns. All right. Okay, so I'm looking at you now. Okay. I'm hearing that you're grounded and I'm hearing you've made some decisions. That's what I'm hearing right now. You've made some decisions. And what I'm hearing is you don't really want to like disconnect from family. You just are tired of the drama and you're made to feel like you're a demon in the situation, like you're like this super ultra bad guy, and you know that's not the case, but that's how it's making you feel. So yeah. Okay, so now as I look at you and not that energy that was kind of moving out of your space, when I look at you, okay, so I'm seeing you now, and what I see on you on your physical body is that there is like this grayish streaky color, like a rustic looking grayish multi-toned grays, and it's like streaking over your chest. So I'm seeing it over here, so it's probably over here. So it's streaking over your chest, and it's like blocking you and shielding you. And I'm feeling like this is a heart barrier. This is a barrier so that your heart doesn't hurt. And this is a protection that you placed over yourself. You placed this barrier here. Unfortunately, when you place barriers over your heart, whether you do it consciously or unconsciously, it'll oftentimes cause pain in your body, because you've got to keep your uh, you got to keep everything open and flowing. And when you shut down areas, because you're shut down even in your throat, you're shut down in your throat and your heart. So you're not speaking your truth. Um, you're not hearing clearly messages from spirit. And this can cause some neck pain and lower back pain. So I wouldn't be surprised if you're not having some neck pain or lower back pain from this shutdown right here. So I'm gonna move that away because there are other ways that you can protect your heart and you can release the feelings um, that you're kind of feeling from the experience. So there are better ways to do that than put up a shield. The shield is going to hurt your body in the long run. So we don't want to do that. So I'm just going to release that for you. Okay. All right. And I'm hearing it's going to be all right. So let me look at you now. I'm going to take a look at your chakras. Okay, so I was trying to figure out which chakras might be blocked right now. And the funny thing is, like, most of them are. Um, yeah. Yeah, they're all blocked. So, well, all of the main ones, there's 7 main ones, but heck, we've got hundreds in our bodies. So I'm going to unblock the 7 main ones right now. So let me work on that. Actually, I'm going to start at your 12th chakra, so I'll be unblocking your 12th as well. Oh. And right now I'm going to set the chakras on release. So they're going to be continuing to heal as we go through the session, and they're going to be continuously releasing energy as we go through this session. I'm feeling like you've been stuck in your head. You had to block up, and then you're just in your head. So you're thinking about how you're feeling and all that stuff, and you're thinking about everything that's going on, but you're processing, and it's in your head, and like it feels like you've got to get out of your head. And I'm going to look at the family, so don't think I'm not going to look at the family. I'm just taking a look at you right now. But you've got to get out of your head with this and like kind of merge everything together. You've got to merge it all. It's not just about what you think and what you can process intellectually. You've got to really get out of your head, because the head is creating more obstacles for you. It's creating more challenge with the whole experience. So it even made me feel like I had a pain in my head. Like there's so much going on, like you're keeping so much in, and it feels like you're not even letting it out. And that would, you know, that block that was up in there would definitely tell me you're not really letting it out. Not exactly, not your full truth. So I'm going to release this for you in a different way, because I do believe that feeling spirit alive never dies. So I'm going to release this that you're holding on to. I'm just going to release it because it's turning physical, and you got to release it before it turns physical. When things turn physical, then, you know, you go to the doctor and they want to give you a pill. So, yeah. So I'm like seeing it flow out. And it's flowing out like, if you can imagine like a cartoon character, it's flowing out like 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 a like a like a funnel of yuck, like a funnel of black goo or something, some dark muck just coming out, and it's just like flowing out of your space, from the space like between here and here. It's just like flowing out like projectile flow of something. Okay. Sometimes what I see is like very strange. So yeah. So I'm just watching that flow out so they can get out of you. And I'm going to keep moving while that is allowed to continue flowing outward. But yeah, thank you for that, allowing that to flow out and release at this time. Yeah. Okay. All right, at this point, all the chakras are flowing, releasing right now. They're releasing. So right now, if you want to see what I see, like I see you, and then like your chakras, like the 12, you know, I've showed you with the 12 things up there. And going down, there's a chakra over here, and they're all flowing. Okay, so now I'm having a little pain in my head on this side. So you probably have something going on this side. Just a little stress, tension type situation that I'm feeling in my head. All right, so anyway, let's go back to the releasing of these chakras. So we're releasing the energy from all the chakras. I already cleaned them off and now I'm setting them on release. So we're releasing, 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 and we're going down. All of them are just releasing and allowing that stuck energy to flow out down your grounding cord to the center of the earth, where it's going to be neutralized and released and sent back to wherever it came from. So yeah. Okay. Actually, let me, before I do this, I don't know why I didn't bring my lighter over here. This was dumb. I'm gonna light some more sage. Just let that sit in there. Okay. Okay. I just feel like I need some more sage. Okay. Okay, your chakras are looking good. Okay, so I was just checking to see where you are corded with family members. So the sixth chakra, the fourth chakra, and the second chakra, you're corded. With the second, I'm hearing second, third. It's like the second and then almost to the third chakra. You're being corded in that area. Sometimes the second and third can affect your money flowing when those are stuck or corded, and you were stuck in your second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. So a lot of things would be happening. So I'm going back right now to talking about the chakras that we are cleaning and healing as we speak, because I've kind of set them on release. But you would not be able to see clearly, hear clearly, so your connections to source would not be very strong. You wouldn't kind of know what to do with certain situations. And we're just talking about the family situation right now. So you would be kind of stuck in a quandary, not knowing what to do about the family dynamics, how to fix it, how to heal it. It's just not coming to you. Also, you were blocked but you had a shield up over your fifth and fourth chakras. So you weren't speaking your truth in the situations. You weren't feeling it. Your heart was blocked. So the love wasn't going or coming in. You weren't able to give the love or receive the love. So even if anybody was trying to send you some loving energy, it was not going to be coming through because of the block. That's the one thing about putting up that protection. Sometimes that protection shield prevents you from receiving love and giving love. So if you're trying to make amends with your words, they're not heard the way you want them to be received. It's kind of like there will be blocks on the ears because you've blocked your channels to communicate the love and to feel the love and receive the love. It's just really blocked. So you just got to be mindful of that. Sometimes we unconsciously put these blocks up because we're hurt, you know, and then, you know, the thoughts make you create this shield because, man, shit, I ain't dealing with that shit. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So the second and third flows of money would be blocked. All right. Courting. Okay, for your sixth chakra, I'm hearing those who have courted you there, everybody, your son, your daughter, and your ex-wife, all have courted you there. So the effects of this cord, what I'm hearing is that you're like, it's like they've channeled you to only like get it their way. You know what I mean? So you're not gonna be able to have it your way, only their way. You know, like you're not gonna have your own mind. It's like they want you to have their mind. They want you to see it the way they see it. And it's their way or the highway. And that's what's kind of, I hear the word programming. It's kind of like they're trying to program you to see it the way they see it. And you're resistant to this. And that's probably why the block came with the heart, because it's like they're trying to drill it in your head how you should be thinking about this, how you should be handling this. And I don't even know what this is at this time. We haven't even talked about it. But I mean, I know there is a history of some, you know, unsettled feelings. So, yeah. So, yeah. I'm hearing that it's not intentional, but intentional, because they really want you to see their points of view, and they feel like they are totally right in everything that they feel at this time. So they're penetrating your head in this way, and it's making you shut down all the way. And it didn't help that your chakras were all blocked and nothing was flowing. So it was putting you in this stuck state of being. Um, yeah, so let me look at the fourth and see who's courting you there. Okay, so this is what I'm hearing. Nobody but everybody, and they're trying to get through. So nobody but anybody but everybody, and they're trying to get through. That's what I heard. And then I was hearing that your ancestors have been working with you to help heal you in your heart space. And I'm hearing that this has been going on for a long time. This heart pulling, heart wrenching. I'm hearing 6 to 8 years. I'm hearing both numbers, 6 and 8. So it feels like it's not 6 to 8, it's 6 and 8 years. So it's been different types of heart wrenching for 6 years and for 8 years. So, and everybody but nobody. So everybody is courted you there, but nobody's getting anything from this courting, probably because the shield was up. But everybody but nobody. It's kind of strange. Maybe that'll make sense to you. Uh, yeah, everybody but nobody. Okay. All right. So, yeah. So, and I'm going to go back and undo the chords, but I'm just letting you know what I'm hearing from these connections that they're having with you. And the connections have been there that long, 6 years and 8 years. None of these cords are serving your highest good. None of them are serving you well. They all serve you pain. Stuckness is the word. That's not a word, but that's what I heard. Stuckness and stagnation. That's how these cords serve you. So we're gonna have to do like a cutting of cords, releasing ties on a regular, because they do come back. I'll have to teach you how to do it. Okay. All right. Second chakra. Okay, so this cord here is working on your, don't get me wrong, but maternal instincts, even, it's working on the feminine energy within you. And your children cord from here, although you are the patriarch, you're the man in this, you're the male energy in this scenario. But the energy coming from your ex-wife is more masculine than the energy that comes from you, like the loving energy. And so your children cord you there to receive nurturing energy from you. Yeah. They need that from you. Not good for them to be courting you there, though, because that will drain your energy and your life force. So we're going to disconnect that cord, but it is for you to know that they do receive love from you and nurturing, healing energy from you. And in their space, it feels more maternal. Yeah, very loving, feels good. But we're still gonna cut the cord because you don't need to be corded with them right now, because like there's a lot of negative energy flowing and it's not good for you to be corded with them right now. But they still do need that kind of love from you. So don't cut it off and don't cut them off by any means. Because don't forget, the card that I pulled was Happy Family. Why did I pull that card? Why did I pull that? Happy Family. You know what? I'm going to read what it means. Let's read what that means. Because I'm just do the intuitive thing. What the card means, I don't know. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what it means for me. I feel like we pulled this card today because, let me look at the card. There's a mother, there's a father, and there's a son and a daughter. How about that? And then there's a rainbow going over them. And then there's like a sun coming out, and it's over the father. And then the rainbow goes over to the mother. And then the clouds, they actually look very pretty, beautiful. They're on a beach and there's water. And the water even looks like the waves look like clouds. And there's a little trail behind them. The father's in the water. The son is like one step into the water. The daughter's like maybe one step in the water. And the mother is not in the water yet. They all have their arms open wide. I'm hearing the joy that it once has been. That's how I'm hearing that. I feel like you guys didn't have the time to have the real joy in the whole relationship. All of you. But you still had love. It was hampered. And although these people are holding hands and stuff, I'm feeling like you were pulled and stretched, all of you were pulled and stretched. So although this picture shows togetherness and like a happy family, what I'm hearing is that you were all pulled and stretched to your limits. And there's always been like an outward pulling away. And this is totally opposite of this picture. But there's been like this pulling away from the center of a union or of a happiness. So there's been this pulling and tugging. And so like if you see, I don't know if you can see it real good, but they're like stretched out and hey, but what I'm feeling is it hasn't felt like, hey, la, la, la. It's felt like, you know, everybody's stretching and pulling, and like the dynamics haven't been great, and there hasn't been peace, and there hasn't been happy family. I feel like there's a yearning for happy family. I'm hearing that your daughter yearns for happy family. Your son yearns for happy family. Not the ex-wife. She just yearns. I heard her words. Do what the fuck I say. You know, so like her attitude is like, it's my way or the highway. So she's not really yearning for a happy family. I had to switch my body up. Sit on this bed probably wasn't a good idea. So yeah, she's not really looking for a happy family. I'm hearing I'm good. Like I think she feels like she's good. She don't need you, but she wants you to do what the hell she says. Okay, so I am sure that this card did not mean that. So let's see what the card says. That's just my reading on the situation that's happening. All right. I'll read it out loud. Okay, upright, and it did come out upright. The rainbow over this family portends a time of joy and celebration. Close connections are available, so don't overlook the fun and frivolity that a friend or family experience can bring. The value that you find is a truly loving relative or friend bring. What? I am just screwing this all up. The value that you find in a truly loving relative or friend brings a higher vibration to your life force. You may be distracted or busy, but remember to put this part of your life in the forefront of your priorities. If you're single, finding this card in your spread could indicate a potential meeting and perhaps relationship with someone who has children from a previous marriage. This reading made family, this What's wrong with my eyes? I told you I was tired. This ready-made, where am I at? I don't feel like this is you, so this part here, this ready-made family might bring some challenges, but it could be your destiny in this lifetime. This card may also simply signify a celebration coming up, such as a wedding, anniversary, or birthday party. Enjoy. The affirmation for this card, and then I'll tell you what I feel. The affirmation for this card: I open myself to a new and deeper experience of family, and I am ready to see greater happiness there. I know that I am the loving family. I know that I am the loving family that I need. So I'm going to say it so you can repeat after me. I open myself up to a new and deeper experience of family, and I am ready to see greater happiness there. I know that I am the loving family that I need. I like that. All right, so for this card, what I think relates to you. I don't feel like it's about meeting a new family and all that. Okay, so I think the affirmation is definitely on point for you for this session today, but I just feel like you have a family there, and you love them. You know, even the ex-wife, even though she probably gets on your daggone nerves, and you love them, and they need you. Um, it's time right now for it to be healed and fixed, because it's going on too long that it's broken, and they need you. They really do. I'm gonna pull another card for you. Let me check on those. Oh, one came out, two came out, but I want to pull one. Um, Let me check on the chakras real quick, and then we're gonna do the cord cutting. Awesome. And your space is looking really good. It's really clear. My candle over there is still burning for you. I'm gonna put these back in here because I don't want to do those that fell out, because I hadn't even fully asked my question yet. And I'm not a tarot reader, so I cannot shuffle cards well. So don't be laughing at me. All right. And these aren't tarot cards, these are angel cards. I mean, oracle cards. Okay, Charles. I know you've had enough of this. Oops, I didn't mean to say your name. All right. Patience. Patience, patience, patience. I know you have had enough, and I asked what should be the outcome of this session, and we get the patience card. Let me look at the card. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, so it's this woman with wings, and there are some plants or flowers or something. She could be in the snow. She kind of looked like an ice princess. I don't know. But there's like a sun behind her, and she looks solemn. And there's a clock on her belly in front of her, and it's on. What time is that? It's on. The hands are kind of special, but it looks like it's on 11:10. Yeah, it's on 11:10. So that's a 3. Patience. All right, she looks patient. I'm gonna read and see what the card means. I kind of already know. Okay, so this is what I would say. Okay, so patience. You're going to have to continue having patience. I know it gets frustrating with them constantly blaming you for everything, but still needing you at the same time. They're draining your energy, but we're going to fix that today. But just having patience with this process. Let's see. I'm hearing intervals of time. I was like, how long is this going to take, for you to feel like it's way better? I heard 3 months. I heard 6 months. I had heard 4 months. So it's going to be different stair steps in the process of healing this whole dynamic, because this didn't happen overnight. This has taken some time to occur. It didn't happen overnight, and you're not just dealing with yourself, you're dealing with it's 4 of you, you know what I mean? So a lot of times people just want to do a prayer or healing or something, and they want what they want, and it's more simple if you're the only person involved, but there's so many different dynamics. There's different people and different desires. So sometimes what you want doesn't always I don't even know how to put it, because I'm hearing different things in my head. I'm hearing it's not always for everybody's highest good to have it the way you want it in the time frame that you want it. I'm hearing that there are processes that each has to go through and grow through. I'm hearing your daughter has some processes that she has to grow through. When I look at your daughter right now, I see I see like it's like in a triangle, and she's here, and then there's this triangle here. So I can see her body and her head and everything, but there's this triangle, and the triangle is black, and then it like ombres with streaky ombres, strange looking ombre. So it's streaky ombres, but this is over all the bottom half of her. So from her pelvic region up, she's free. Her arms are free. Her head is free, but her legs are bound, and she tries to break free from this bind that's on her legs. That is a dark, and I'm hearing chest of memories. That's what that is. So this dark energy that's holding her bound. She cannot move, even though she tries to move. She tries to break free of this chest of memories that is holding her still like a blockade. But she can't break free from it. And so this is a process, you know what I mean? So we can do the healing work today. We can start the healing work today, but I can even remove this chest of memories. But guess what? It is her chest of memories, so she can recall it at any time. So what I'm going to do right now is ask Spirit for permission to remove her chest of memories. And I did receive permission. So I'm going to release this chest just to give her some freedom so that she can move and she can walk and not feel bound by this. But there's work she has to do to heal this. You know, I do healing work on people, and you know, if they don't know and they're not a part of the process, then sometimes it takes longer for things to take place in their lives because they're not an active participant. This is one of those situations where she has to be an active participant in her healing process, in releasing everything that she has collected, like a bag lady, all this trauma that she's collected and stored and didn't release, you know. So I will go ahead and release this for her, but she's got to work on healing herself. She's got to work on forgiveness of herself and others, forgiveness of both her parents, forgiveness of her brother. She's got to forgive everybody, including herself, like I said. So I'm going to just move this out of the way. Even though the color is dark, it's not a dark energy. Like it's not, it is a low vibrating energy, but it's because it's from low vibrating thoughts and events and memories. And she feeds those. So she feeds this that she doesn't want here. She doesn't want to feel like this, but she feeds it in the same breath, you know? So, because thoughts are real, words are real. You keep speaking about what you don't like. You keep thinking about what you don't like. Guess what? You breathe more life into what you don't like. So she's got to learn that. But she's young, and she doesn't know that yet. She doesn't know that she's breathing life into what she dislikes. You know, people don't know that. You got to stop talking about it. Stop breathing life into that crap. You know what I mean? If it's something that you don't like, sometimes you have to disconnect from that so that you can heal from that, you know? That's the thing I don't like about traditional therapy, even though, you know, I have served as a therapist. But what I don't like about traditional therapy is it often keeps you anchored in those things that are not serving your highest good. Every time you go back, you know, once a week, every other week, it's like, gee willikers, you know what I mean? Keep revisiting the same thing. Like at some point, when do we heal from this? So I like the healing process better. Yeah, we can discuss that now. Now let's release it. Now what are we doing about that? You know? So she may need to learn different techniques to release what it is that she does not like. And at her age, maybe some good things to do. I'll write it down. Write down what you don't like, and then destroy what you just wrote down. You know, burn it in a safe way. You know, you gotta burn it. You have to do things safely. You know, sometimes you can get a stainless steel bowl or something and write down what you don't like on a piece of paper and then burn it. And let that shit go. You know, burn that shit. Burn it and let it go and watch it till it's gone and say, thank you. It is, and so it is. I release that. You know, That's an easy thing that she could do without having to get into all the other metaphysical stuff and visualizations and stuff like that that she might not feel comfortable with doing. So she may want to just do that. Burn it, you know, write it down and burn it. What you don't want to do is write down all your thoughts that vibrate low and keep it. You know, people have journals. You know, I used to do that. Have journals and have, you know, you write down the stuff that you can't stand, the stuff that pisses you off, and you keep that stuff like you want to go read that shit again. Oh, fuck, want to read that shit again. You know what I mean? Why are you keeping that shit? Burn it. Don't even put negative stuff in your journal. Burn that shit. I'm just saying, if it's negative, write it on a piece of paper, burn it, and release it to its own nothingness. Bye. Let that mess go. So that's what I suggest as an easy young girl thing to do. All right. Okay. All right, so I released it, and now I'm running some good healing energy through her body from the earth and from the cosmos, some cosmic energy. I'm clearing her chakras. Sending healing energy through her body. I'm clearing her path. So this would be like a road opener. I'm clearing her path so that it could be more peaceful. Her journey to releasing this in her way, even though I've detached it, she will bring those thoughts back up whenever she talks about it. So she's got to learn how to release it. Because feelings buried alive never die. Don't want those feelings to come alive, not in her body in a physical way. All right, now I'm opening up that spiritual cord. Her spiritual cord was so narrow. It was like a straw. Like, okay, so like here's my head. Like her spiritual cord was like this, going straight up. Like so that wide. Like that is nothing, like nothing on the sides. You know what I mean? You want your spiritual cord to be like that. You know what I mean? You want your connection to source to be wow. If it's so narrow, you can't even woo. Your connection is hampered. You know what I mean? Your 12th is up here. That's your way to source. You know what I mean? That is considered like your enlightenment, your Christ within. And if it's no room in there, like you can't even connect with source, you know what I mean? So yeah, wow, her spiritual connection was okay. So opening the spiritual cord up, prying it open. And I say prying it open because it's not even something she is desiring at this time. She's not even like yearning for a spiritual connection right now. Her belief set is not there right now. So I'm kind of prying it open for her because, she did give me permission to do some healing work. So yeah. All right. All right. So that is nice and wide and it's open and clear. I'm clearing it because it's got some stuck energy in there. Even that little part that was open wasn't even clear. It's like stuck. It had like a cloudy energy going through it. Mm. Now the energy in her spiritual cord did feel darker. That didn't feel good. Um, so darker meaning not a great energy. Um, not just darker in color, darker in feeling. Very low vibrating. So gotta be careful there, because you definitely don't want no dark stuff coming into your spiritual cord. Okay. You know. Mm-mm. Yeah. You don't want to be channeling your energy from dark sources. So, yeah. So I cleared that out. That felt more like an entity. Still working on that, snatching that up into the light. The positive light of source. Because I know different people refer to light, you know, different sources say that they are the light. So I just don't want to be misconstrued. I'm talking about, you know, our pure, loving creator, not any dark forces that call themselves the light. All right. So anyway. All right, just continuing the healing with her. Sending peace and love and calming. All right. Also sending some energy from you to her. And I've cut the connection. Okay. So now I'm healing your connection that I just cut. Sorry about that. That was from the second chakra there. I'm going to send some healing and love to her from your fourth chakra. And now I'm cutting the cord. There was some stagnant pain energy in there when I was cutting the cord. It was stagnant pain energy. So I recall saying that it wasn't, you recorded with everybody but nobody or whatever, it wasn't penetrating or whatever. So, but the energy that I felt behind it, like behind your wall, was like a stagnant pain body, you know, stagnant pain. So I'm healing that spot now where the cord was connected, sending love and healing energy to you and healing that spot. Six. I'm not sending anything from that one. And I'm just releasing it, sending it back. Healing. All right. Now I'm sending healing through you. Looking at your son. Sorry. All right. I was releasing. All right, so now let me look at him. All right. Okay, so with him, the words that I hear are cautious, and that was for me to be cautious. That was for me. Okay, but I had already known that, and I, have some extra protection up. I just heard to do that before I started. So let's see. So when I look at him, he is fully covered. It's the color that I see is a dark gray. I'm gonna show you what it looks like. Okay, so I'm gonna draw under here. Excuse me. Okay, so it looks kind of like this. It's like this dark grayish mountain looking thing that's all over his space. It's all in his aura, and it is through his body. So it's all encompassing. That's what I'm hearing, the words all encompassing. It's encompassed his whole body. And I'll go back and read patience afterwards. I'm gonna pull a card for him to see what's going on there. I want to see the card say what's going on. All right, so this is for I told you I'm not a tarot person. Can't even put the cards together. Okay, look at that. Shuffle them this way. Okay, so the card that I pulled says Door to Spirit. Door to Spirit. I'll show it to you. Door to Spirit. Let me look at it. There's lots of symbolism here, and I don't know the symbolism, but there's a white dove here. And the white dove looks like it came into the door, and it's bringing these white flecks of I'm hearing white flecks of bliss coming in through the door. The door is a golden door, and there's like a pillar on the side of the door, with like maybe baby's breath. around the pillar. Then there's these bigger light type orby things below the door. Looks like a whoosh coming into the door. Door to spirit. It's like a shield on the door. On the door, like there's a shield. Like a crest or shield or something. There looks like little designs on the door, like leaves or something on the door. The door is beautiful. I'll show you the door if you can see it. I don't know if you can see the door. That's the door. So what does that mean to me? And then I'll read. Door to spirit for him. Okay, so I'm hearing that he's open up to spirit. But it doesn't feel like goodness came in. He's very absorbed in whatever came in. And it doesn't feel positive what has come in. But he has a choice. He has free will. And he could say no to it at any time. He can take his power back and say, no, I'm not having this. I'm hearing, but he just won't. I'm hearing that he just allows himself to stay in this stupor of a state, being engrossed and encompassed by an energy from without that he allowed in. And just as easily as he allowed this energy in, he can send it away. He can call in healing, but he doesn't. He can ask more positive beings, spirit beings, to help him. Because his door is open to spirit. He could ask for help. But he's not. He hasn't. It's like he doesn't realize that he can. But he knows that he can. But it's not coming to his thoughts that he can do something about how he feels and what he's going through. I don't think he realizes that is an energy, like a being on him, acting through him. But he can send it away. He has to start living in his power and in his gifts instead of just allowing. You know what I mean? Like, it is fine to ask and then allow, things to come in. But you have to, I'm hearing the word mighty, and he doesn't live that way. He doesn't live in his power. He doesn't live in his God-given abilities. And now he's let some foolishness come in, and he isn't even doing anything about it. He's just sitting there wallowing, like in self-pity. That's what I'm hearing. And it's this stuff that's on him that's making him feel this way. And he let it in. I'll read what it says real quick, and then I'm going to work on clearing that. This door opens onto the expansive energetic realm where all new beginnings originate. The orbs of light are guiding you through the clouds of the earthly world, leading you to a deeper understanding of your eternal identity, the source of all true value and power. This door opens onto truly unlimited potential, for the changes that happen here reach deep into the core of your being. As such, this card often heralds your increasing powers in the spiritual arts and a deepening connection with the spirit world. Don't be surprised if you find yourself becoming more intuitive, more aware of spirit's presence, or more powerful in your own healing practices. Now is the time to open up to the unexpected guidance and inspiration of your spirit and the magic and the power of your true identity. So yeah, so that kind of confirms his gifts and abilities, but he let in some energy, and I feel like entity that's not so good. Here's his affirmation, and then I'm gonna work on clearing that. Okay, I relax and connect with my spirit's wisdom and power. I live in the peace that my spirit brings, and know that the world of spirit supports me, and it does. So he just has to tap into the right spirit, okay? And he's got to get protection. He's got to learn more, so that he doesn't accidentally allow in some nefarious energies, entities, nefarious, whatever the word is. That's kind of the word I heard. So he's going to have to tap into some better energy. I don't really want to direct him right now on this, to what I feel as far as how he should start learning. But he does have to call on pure consciousness, source creator, only the God of good. You know, many people call on God, God, God. And not everybody's calling the same God. Some people make you think they're calling God of good. And there are many gods, you know. Even the Bible states that there are many gods. The Bible is just about one God. It speaks of other gods, and but the Bible speaks of one God. And so you have to make sure that when you're calling on God, you call on God of good. Okay? So I'm not going to get into that. So, and I'm not saying that there are a bunch of bad gods. I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying, when he calls on God to help him with this, he needs to really speak out what he wants, tap into his higher self. He should not speak out what he does not want. He should only speak out what he does desire. So if he desires to release something, he could speak that out. But he should speak it in that way. Like, I release this now, you know? And that's exactly what he could say. I release any energies or entities that are in my space, in my being, in my aura, in my body, in my mind. I release them, you know, snatch them up into the light. Pure source energy, pure consciousness, snatch them up. Release them. Release any energy that is not serving my highest good. These are things he has to say, you know? He's going to have to start learning, because if he doesn't start learning about his gifts, they'll become a diagnosis. Okay? And I ain't lying. You know, there's many people with diagnosis, and they've really got some spiritual stuff going on. They got a diagnosis now, you know, bipolar, schizophrenia, schizoaffective disorder, schizo this, schizo that, 5,000 schizos, you know, bipolar this, bipolar that, all the different kind of, everybody bipolar shit. I'm sorry, but you know, but if he doesn't take care of this, they will give him a diagnosis, okay? And a pill that won't do no good, okay? Just dull your senses when you take it, or make you feel like a zombie or whatever, make you depressed, you know, make you want to commit suicide or something, you know. Got the damn pill for depression or something, and now they read the disclaimers all slow now. And yeah, if you're feeling, this is for depression. So if you feel more depressed when taking this, or if you have suicidal ideations, you know, you might not have had a suicidal ideation before taking the thing, but now after taking it, you want to jump off a building. Okay, so he has to start learning, and I'm being very serious right now. He has to start learning about his gifts and abilities and how to use them and how to protect himself from energies and entities that want to come in and jump all over him. And he may live with energies and entities that may want to jump all over him. They may be in his house or come into his home, you know, and he has to learn how to protect himself from that foolishness so that he doesn't become a victim to it. You know, if you don't know how to use your gifts, you'll become a victim of your gifts. Because not everything out here is positive. So, I'm removing the foolishness from his space at this time. Get my light, man. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. So I just worked on him and released that thing and did some healing, and I did some deprogramming because he had a program that said like the feeling from the programming was I am helpless, I am powerless, I can't do anything about this. Apathetic energy. apathetic. It's apathetic. So I deprogrammed that. I'm just going back to some loving energy. I'm just kind of infusing him right now with some loving energy. Okay, so yeah, I was just kind of giving him some programs to really step into his power and to know who he is. All right, patience from earlier. Patience. Okay, peaceful presence, letting go of desperation. That's what this says. I didn't read that on the other ones. Let me see what Door to Spirit said. All right, let me see. Excuse me. Okay, Door to Spirit said spiritual awakening and new beginnings. And what did Happy Family say? Let's see. Closeness, fun, and caring. That's what y'all desire, right? Most of you. All right, so patience. This card shows a beautiful angel holding a cloak in the stillness of winter. Her quiet, peaceful energy is telling you that it's time to release the old urgency and to look at things with a much clearer perspective. When this card is upright, which it was, it's telling you to relax and let go of the single-minded desperation that's been driving you. Don't try to force your will on only one option. When you think there's only one solution to satisfy your need or to make you happy, you're blocking many other potential solutions from coming your way. Let go of the anxiety and be flexible. Be patient, open, and creative. Choose to be peaceful in the present. The universe has more options than you may be aware of. Quiet your mind, broaden your perspective, and let them come through. And that was the one to you for what the outcomes of this session would be. And I feel like that is right on point for you. For your family as well, because you all have your mind as to how and what should take place and what the solution is. They're trying to program you in your sixth chakra as to how they feel, and you've closed down. You ain't trying to do nothing anymore. But you all have your single mind as to how you feel this should take place. And it is not about that. It's about the collective mind. Y'all are a collective. And y'all work with the collective. Yeah. So at least y'all should be working with the collective. I mean, shoot. One person wasn't working with anything up there. It was like this, right? And then it was clouded with a dark entity, right? So that wasn't working. One was filled and permeated with some other foolishness from somewhere else that was let in. You know, I ain't even look at Mama. I'm not going to look at her today. I'm hearing to go ahead and look at her because she is a source of energy. Anyway, and then yours was blocked all up in here because you're not being heard in the way you want to be heard. So all of y'all have single-mindedness instead of using the collective. So this is a lesson. All right. Okay, let's look at mama now. I'm gonna push pause for a second so that I could go get my lighter because I think I'm gonna need some more sage and palo. Hold on. Alrighty, I'm back. All right. Woo. Been sitting a little too long like this. Okay, so now let's look at mama. See how excited I sound? Oh boy. All right, let's see. All right. All right, so I can see when I look at her, I see a rock, like on her feet. So I'm gonna draw it this way. Okay, so on her feet, she has this rock, and she's planted in the rock. So these are her legs. So like those, this is the rock. Oh look, this is the rock, and then those are her legs planted in the rock. And the formation goes up to right before her knee. And this rock has been growing. The color of it is like an ashy gray. It's been growing forever. 18 years, been growing a long time. Okay, and so this rock has been growing on her feet, and it has her planted, excuse me, I'm sorry. It has her planted in place, unchangeable. There's also a rock around her head, except for here. So it like fits like a helmet or something. 8 years. So she's had this on for 8 years. So she's like hard, and that's why she creates rock energy. She creates stuck. She's hard, and she gets stuck and rooted in her belief systems. And this helmet thing, it prevents her from seeing clearly at all. No clear thought at all. Okay, so I'm feeling a pain in the head. I felt that on a couple of you. I don't know who else. I can't recall who else had a pain in the head. But I feel a pain in the head in the same spot. And then I feel that, and I asked, is that my pain? It's not my pain. So there's this pain, and then she gives other people a headache. That's what I hear for her. She gives other people a headache. I'm cleaning my cards off. Okay, let's see. She gives other people a headache. Like she's pain in the neck, so to speak. I hear she means well. She thinks she knows everything. Headstrong. Now, the rocks that are on her, that's really just stuck energy. She is not It will cause foot and knee problems. That's what the rock will cause. Also lower back issues. That's the rock on the feet. Would cause that. The one around her head would just cause her to make poor decisions in every aspect of her life. She wouldn't be able to see clearly at all. That's why she would make poor decisions. So. No connection to spirit, to pure consciousness, no connection. Stubborn, headstrong. Those are the qualities that I hear. Stubborn and headstrong. A card fell out, so I'll use that card for her. And I'll also pull one. Journey. And it actually pulled upside down. Reversed. So let's see what these cards mean. The first card that jumped out was indecision, and it was the right side. You know, it didn't come upside down. So give me a second. It was upright. I think that's the word for it. See, I don't know much about these cards. I just pull them for myself. Okay, so indecision. Which choice to make? That's what this card says. Upright means this card marks the presence of two or more possible choices in your life. It shows you anxiously looking at two roads, wondering which would be the better choice. Yet, you are standing still, feeling confused by the up and down emotions of your present indecision. You could spend days, months, or even years in this back and forth energy, all the while feeling your focus and your life force energy draining away. This indecision creates a paralysis of will, or that can, oh, I'm sorry. I told you I was bad. Okay, and can't read today. All right. This indecision creates a paralysis of will, one that can keep you stuck while you're waiting to be certain about the results of your choice. It's time to let go of the analysis and self-doubt that have been keeping you stuck. Meditate on your options and see where your spirit guides you. Consider which direction resonates with you the most, both in the process and in goals. Follow your heart and make the honoring choice. See, but the problem is she's not going to be able to see, so that's going to make her not be able to make a decision. There you got the indecisiveness. I feel like I said some of this. The blocks on her feet, that's preventing her from moving, you know, so she's going to be stuck. So I guess that's why that card fell out. All right, journey. Oh, and let me show you what it looks like. I forgot to show you one of those cards, I think. Oh, so indecision looks like it's like this tree, and it's this person with a red, well, I'll show it to you. So that's what it looks like. And let's see what those signs say. I cannot read the signs. Unknown, unknown, left or right. You don't know which way to go. Left is unknown, right is unknown, and you just stand there looking at an old tree. Maybe it's an old oak tree or something in a forest. You don't know which way to go. And the person looks like Little Red Riding Hood. Maybe one way you might go to see the wolf. And the other way is what? I'm back home, I don't know. But anyway, so there you go. Indecision. And that's where she is. Planted, indecisive, don't know what the hell to do. Now, Journey turned out upside down. What does Journey look like? Journey is this person with a suitcase and I don't know, something glowing in her hand. And she's packed, standing on a rickety bridge. The bridge does not look stable at all. It looks like an old rickety wooden bridge. And the bridge has ropes on one side, and on the other side, there are no ropes. The ropes they have fallen. So, wow. So this looks like an unstable journey. Like her path is not stable, and at any moment she could just fall off into this whatever's beneath this bridge. And it's dark out, and there are some stars in the sky, and it also looks like, to me, some of the stars form what looks like eyes that are watching her. And I hate to say this, but it feels like it comes from a dark place. The eyes that are watching her doesn't feel like good eyes. It feels like they're from a dark place. It feels like, I don't know what's in her hand, but I feel like it's like a mirror reflecting upon her life. Like maybe she's reflected upon her life and this journey. And she wants stability and security, but she doesn't have it. And she never has it. It's like she hasn't had that in a long time. So that's the 18 years. I feel like she hasn't had the stability and security for 18 years that she would prefer in life. Not that that's what she should have or what's in her highest good. Her ideas of stability and security, she just does not have that. But what I'm saying is that I'm not saying that her ideas of what stability and security are what is in her highest good, because I'm feeling like it is not. Her ideas are off. Her ideals are off. Values are off. Off meaning they're not right for her highest good, but she thinks they are because she thinks she knows everything. But she's blocked up here, so she can't even hear clearly. So she doesn't hear the Holy Spirit within. She doesn't. So let me show you this card. Journey. So it's a little dark, so I don't know if you can see the pieces of the rope. Oh, the pieces of the rope that are here. See, over here the rope are secure, but on this side of the bridge, the ropes are not secure. And she's on this little bridge, you know what I mean? She's on this little path to where? And here is what I feel like is a mirror. And she's not even looking at it. She's looking away from the mirror. So she's not even reflecting upon her life, She looks away from that, instead of reflecting upon your experiences and your life. Sometimes you can reflect upon things to see what you could do better in the future, or next time with a similar incident. But she doesn't reflect upon her life. You know what I mean? She just looks this way. You know what I mean? Like, because she knows everything, right? And I'm not trying to be funny. But yeah, this is a pretty interesting card. It really feels like she's on the way to nowhere, on a bridge of destruction, and being guided by some dark force. And she refuses to look at herself in the mirror, and she refuses to take um, into consideration or to reflect upon her journeys and her steps. She refuses to look at any of that to better her situation, to better her life, to better what's going on, you know? So she refuses to look at all of that, and she's on a journey to nowhere in this dim light. So yeah, that's what I get from that card. Mama. Okay, so let's see what this book thinks it means. Okay, and let's see what the affirmation is on my stars. Okay, and it was in reverse. So let me see if I can find what the reverse means. Reverse. Okay. Okay, so movement, relocation, travel. That's what journey means. Okay, if it's reverse, you may desire to move or just get away for a while, but the reverse of this card could indicate a delay or even a cancellation. Something could be standing in your way, or perhaps lines of communication may get crossed. Don't let the potential changes upset you. Refocus your energy and be flexible enough to alter your schedule or destination as needed. Remember, you can always create new adventures even in your present location or situation. All right, so from this, I do feel like her communication is crossed because, um, first of all, she's not receiving good communication from source, from pure consciousness, from a higher source, from source creator, from, you know, our positive source. And it's giving advice. Don't let the potential change upset you. And it's kind of like change does upset her. What I'm hearing is the change in you all's relationship upset her. Although things might have been over when they were over, I'm feeling like she was pissed about the breakup. And it kind of feels like, not that she wanted you, but it's not that she didn't want you at the same time. It's kind of like she was confused. Um, just confused. I'm hearing guided by dark forces for a long time. So she let darkness in a long time ago. She doesn't know it. She didn't mean to, but it affects the way she thinks. I'm hearing she doesn't think with her own mind. Oftentimes, thoughts are planted. Thoughts are planted for her to believe, and it's not high vibrating thoughts. Usually they're lower vibrating thoughts, like pessimistic thoughts. She might feel someone's out to get her or something when they're really not. It says refocus your energy and be flexible enough to alter your schedule or destination as needed. I'm not feeling that she is flexible. I'm not feeling that she would take any of this guidance that this little book here is giving. All of it is great guidance, though, for anybody. Okay, so the affirmation, I'm attracting wonderful new adventures to me. My life is a blessing. Taking me to new places inside and out. Inside is what is really mattering right now. New places inside. She needs a healing. And you did not ask me to heal her, and I already hear you in my head. I already hear you. So if you desire for me to give her a healing, let me know. She does need one. Okay? I'm not going to do it because I already hear you telling me not to. Okay? I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I just did a last healing. Like I just ran some healing energy, and I did run it through all of you. And then I made sure you all are grounded. Make sure your grounding cords are good. I put some protection up around your son, and I closed off a portal that he has that's open that allows not so great beings to come in freely because he had some little portal open. So I closed that off. I heard that there was a portal there. Sent some healing and sent loving energy to everybody. All right, so I think that's it. And I just want to thank God and thank any Orisha that may have worked with me today. Thank any God that may have worked with me today. Definitely thank Almighty. Thank you all. I thank any ancestors that may have participated today. I thank you all. I thank my ancestors, my guides, and my angels for working with me, working through me, allowing me the gifts to be able to help and heal. Ashe.